It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Today we are outside again. There was a little bit of a mix-up yesterday on Logger Day yesterday, but there's no mix-up today. We're on top of this kind of pile or mountain of rocks. I assure you it will make sense later on. And it is a little cold because, again, it's December and I got the hat on and we're on flannel week, so I got the flannel and plaid on. So before we go any further, you're inside and nice and warm and we want you to stay that way. So let me tell you where you can find the show and what's on today's episode. You can find the East Daily Download at WNCT.com under the Download tab, where you can watch this or any episode. We'd love for you to do that. Also, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all the usual suspects when it comes to social media, and use the East Daily Download hashtag. Another great way to find us, and another great way to actually send Angie Casada questions for Q&A with AQ, is download at WNCT.com email address. We'd love for you to do that. Okay, one other great thing that you can take advantage of is Appy Holidays, which is our WNCT mobile app. You downloaded it for free at the Google Play or the App Store, you get it, and then you can watch the East Daily Download on the road, wherever you are, on the go. If you're in a store, where it doesn't matter, you can watch us on the go, that's the point. Okay, so coming up today, speaking of Angie Casada, she'll be joining us for Q&A with AQ. We take a look at the Christian Bale and Matt Damon movie Ford versus Ferrari. We'll also take a look at the Red Kettle campaign from the Salvation Army. And if all that wasn't enough, right now WNCT-9 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson joins us with Weather Kid.
This is Andromeda Dew. She goes by Andy for short. She's only in the first grade, but she talks like an adult while explaining things. Here we talk about her favorite video game.
There's a square, it has an R on it, and you press that.
Okay.
And you go into Roblox, put your hand on your tablet or phone, just like swipe back and forth.
Andy also enjoys math, but still finds time to play with her cat.
A kitty.
A kitty? What's the kitty's name?
Jinxie.
Jinxie?
Yes.
How did you come up with that name? I like that.
I just thought his name could be that.
Andy took charge on the green screen and really seemed to enjoy it.
Rain is right over there. And the snow is right there.
It was a real pleasure meeting and talking with Andy, and we wish her all the best in her future career. Now, if your child would like to become a WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather Kid, send me an email to jjackson@WNCT.com and I'll explain how everything works. For the WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather Kids, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson. Class dismissed. When the parents look at this and they see the kids on television, they think, oh, I would love to have my kid, but I'm a little bit scared to bring them on TV. When we shoot Weather Kids, it's not live. We don't put them in a high-pressure environment. It doesn't matter what their skill set is. We will guide them. We will show them where to stand. If they mess up, we've got plenty of time. We can do it over. We take our time to make them feel comfortable and to get it done right.
If your child is interested in being on Weather Kids, email Jerry at jjackson@WNCT.com.
The long forecast, the 7-8 day forecast, that's what I like to see. That lets me know ahead of time what the weather's going to be like. Jerry does a good job. He lets you know when something is finna transpire. I have the app on my phone and the radar on my phone so I can keep up with that. It helps me know when the storm is coming up and what the weather's going to be like and what's bad. One moment I really appreciated was when Hurricane Florence was about, and the way Jerry really let you know what was going to happen. That was one moment that made my decision for us to leave town at that time. Because in Craven County, we got hit bad. And Jerry really emphasized how strong the storm surge was going to be, how much wind we was going to have, how much damage was expected. So that gave us the determination to leave town. So that was one of the great moments, I believe, was with Jerry's forecast of Hurricane Florence. I just want to say y'all continue to do what you're doing.
Now downloading Wacky Wednesday.
So stop me if you've heard this one. A camel, a donkey, and a cow were walking down the road. I know, it sounds like the start of a silly joke. You see, this photo was taken in Goddard, Kansas. According to the local police, the trio escaped their pins and took to the open road. Of course, a sight like that is bound to attract attention. Authorities were able to corral them and get them back to their owner, a wildlife park employee.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. It's December, you're not losing your mind. We're outside again today because we thought that was a good idea. Not sure why. Well, there is a reason for it. It has something to do with this mound of rocks that I'm standing on right now. More on that later. First, though, what we want to do is we want to take you, we did a profile piece and looked into the Salvation Army and highlight the great work that they do with the Red Kettle campaign. Let's take a look at that right now.
Salvation Army volunteers in Jacksonville are already manning their posts and doing the most good for the 2019 Red Kettle campaign. The Red Kettle campaign aims to help provide for families in need around the holidays by collecting donations. Globally, last year, the organization collected $147 million. The Salvation Army officially kicks off their campaign Friday. But in Jacksonville, volunteers are getting a head start. One change to the campaign this year, volunteers hope will bring in more donations.
This year, for the first time, you can actually pay with Apple Pay, Google Pay. So if you have an iPhone 10 or later, you can just sort of bump your phone up to the sticker.
Miga says after scanning, your iPhone will take you to the website where you can donate any amount digitally. Salvation Army volunteers will continue to be in front of local retail stores until Christmas Eve. For more, head to WNCT.com and click on Online Originals. In Jacksonville, Kayla Schmidt, 9 on your side.
It's the Kelly Clarkson Show. No, no, no. No, no, no. The Kelly Clarkson Show. The Kelly Clarkson Show. Wiki. Too much? Little much? The Kelly Clarkson Show.
There's always been a Kelly Clarkson Show. Now it's on TV.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
Coming this fall to WNCT 9 on your side.
You can search by search bar, pretty much like any e-commerce site that you're used to dealing with the special feature, though, that you can negotiate to save even more.
With only 26 days between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, a Chattanooga company wants you to look back and feel like your time was well spent.
We wanted to create a platform and a solution that would help all sides of any transaction win.
On PriceWaiter.com, consumers can negotiate for a lower price with online retailers. Last holiday season, people who used PriceWaiter saved an average of 18%.
The win, both financially and psychologically, you'd be surprised how impactful that is on a shopper when they can save money on a product through a very simple, private, streamlined negotiation.
Nashville-based retailer Electronic Express is one of the carefully selected retailers. It lists hundreds of products on PriceWaiter.
The negotiation is one of the original ways that makes the customer feel good about the purchase that they're making.
For each of its products, Electronic Express sets negotiating parameters to avoid any losses.
With PriceWaiter, we have the ability to supply to more customers and get our name out more alongside with them. We also have the chance to sell more.
We'll tell you exactly what the Amazon price is.
With a shortened holiday shopping window this year, PriceWaiter wants to save consumers time by doing the research and bartering for them.
That takes the stress out of the experience, takes the sort of awkwardness out of the negotiation, and guarantees that you're going to get a product that you're happy with at a price that you're thrilled with.
How does PriceWaiter make money? It takes a small commission on each sale. Sellers only pay when a transaction happens. I'm Hannah McDonald, News Channel 5.
I wanted a space that felt warm, inviting, surprising. It could be inside of a barn somewhere where a group of women and men are getting together and we're talking about life. The Mel Robbins Show is not a show, it's an experience. This show is active, And so we thought meticulously about the set design itself so that I can move all over the place. Okay, I'm sneaking back here for all of my arts and crafts. I did not want the set to feel very urban and city, because this is a show about real people. I'm out to ignite change.
It's ingrained in me.
Of course I know what the themes are.
Entertainment Tonight. That's what people want.
It's hard to think of Entertainment Tonight without.
Oh, I know it.
I mean, come on, since I was a little kid.
This is Entertainment Tonight. This is the Bible of show business.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Now I'm sitting on this pile of rocks, or this mountain of rocks. More on that a little bit later. First, I want to just quickly remind you, you can get the show at WNCT.com under the Download tab. Also, the WNCT mobile app. Happy holidays. Download it and watch on the go wherever you are this holiday season. We really hope you do that. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and warm up with the hot action on the track of Ford versus Ferrari. Entertainment Tonight takes us behind the scenes. Let's take a look.
How long we known each other, Ken? I ever break a promise to you? I will put you in the driver's seat at Le Mans. If you just shut your mouth and let me do my thing. All right. Come here.
Morning, Shelby.
Morning, Molly.
Up yours.
I'll go to hell.
And that's it, folks. Ferrari wins the 24 Hours of Le Mans for the 5th consecutive year.
Mr. Ford, Ferrari has a message for you, sir.
What did he say?
He said Ford makes ugly little cars in ugly factories. And, he called you fat, sir.
We're gonna bury Ferrari at Le Mans. So the great Carroll Shelby is gonna build a car to beat Ferrari with a Ford.
Correct.
And how long did you tell them you needed? 200 or 300 years?
90 days.
Ford hates guys like us because we're different.
Well, we heard he's difficult. Ken? No, Ken's a puppy dog.
It's awful. There's a problem. The computer will find it.
Get some Scotch tape and a ball of wool.
What are they doing?
Making your car faster.
That's more like it! Ken Miles is not a Ford man.
We're on the verge of something. And now you tell me that I can't have the best man in the world behind the wheel?
Give me one reason why I don't fire everyone starting with you.
Well, sir, we're lighter, we're faster. When that don't work, we're nastier.
Go ahead, Carol. Go to war. You got a plan? It's high risk.
I thought the whole point was to win the damned race.
If this were a beauty pageant, we just lost.
Looks aren't everything.
This isn't the story I expected to be telling. 3 years ago, when Batman mysteriously disappeared, he divided Gotham.
Crows represent order, security.
The crows are not the hero of this story, Gotham. I want to take power. I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be when it fits a woman.
9-month-old Nora is the star of the show in the Sleep household. She's also the reason porch pirates might think twice from now on.
If they take it, they deserve it.
The Sleep say when they started noticing orders missing,
I want them to get taste of their own medicine.
they decided to take matters into their own hands.
It was kind of like a team effort. Like he sealed it up, made it look less suspicious, made it look like, something you'd want to take, and she provided the diapers.
They say they put out a decoy package filled with 3-day-old dirty diapers. And just a couple hours later, they found this surveillance video.
Whoever these porch pirates were, they fell for it.
Tampa police took a report.
It is that time of year where you do unfortunately start to get a lot more of these cases.
But the agency says package thefts are actually down across Tampa this year, from 25 in November 2018 to 10 November of this year.
Residents are a lot more aware of what's going on.
This family more aware too. They've installed more surveillance cameras and learned the original missing packages delivered to the wrong house. They plan to tell Nora about this when she's older.
Just tell her it's not right to take other people's things, and just be careful because it might not be what you're expecting when you open it up.
It's a lesson they may not be done teaching just yet.
Yeah, you're gonna have an upgrade like cat litter now.
In Tampa, Haley Wool, ABC Action News.
The end of one year and the beginning of a new year gives us a great time to reflect on what we're thankful for. There are many great organizations right here in the East that could use your help to better serve those in need. We know they would appreciate any help you can offer.
Inside this Westminster storage unit, it almost looks like Santa's workshop.
If we can be Santa, every kid will get a toy.
Dina and Steve Watson practically are Santa Claus.
This is only about half the toys we need.
They collect thousands of toys and then adapt them for children with disabilities.
I think it makes us feel like we're meeting a need in the community that's being unmet.
During a one-day event called Santa's Little Hackers, tech-minded volunteers rewire those toys to make them easier to operate.
So this is her switch.
The toys hook into a big red button, making it easier for 5-year-old Laura to play with them.
It was a game changer because up until that point, Laura couldn't play independently.
Now she delights in toys that talk, move, or light up.
It's important for people to understand how rare these toys are, number one, and they're not cheap.
They also provide an important lesson in cause and effect, a lesson the Watsons saw in their own son when they started hacking toys 6 years ago.
Our son now uses a computer to communicate with. He can have a conversation. He writes poetry, he writes songs, he writes essays for school. And it started by pressing a button and making a toy turn on.
Now these Santa's helpers feel the responsibility of making a Christmas miracle for every child who needs one.
If your business would like to be featured in our new show, The East Daily Download, contact Joe Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com today and watch The East Daily Download weekdays at 7 on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Good morning, world. It's Angie Casada. Super excited to be here with Q&A with AQ, where you, the viewers, get to ask some amazing questions. And the fact that it's, Christmas season, you guys have been keeping it rolling with the Christmas questions, and I love it because it's my favorite holiday. So let's get started. The first question, what are some of your Christmas traditions? Well, growing up, one of the biggest traditions that I love doing with my cousins and my family was every Christmas Eve, we would open one gift at midnight. It was kind of like the thing. Of course, we would open our presents Christmas morning, but when we had the big party with the family and everything, at midnight, everyone would be dancing, partying, but then all the kids would be opening one gift. So you had to choose wisely which one. I usually pick the big one. And of course, food. Food is like number one when it comes to my family. Good music, good drinks. Next question. What would you ask Santa for now? So I think like a few weeks ago, last week, I said what I used to ask was an easy bake oven. Things have changed now that I got older and I'm single. So I'm gonna ask Santa for a husband. Forget the boyfriend, forget the fiance, let's go straight for the husband. So I'm asking Santa for a husband. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up right there because these questions are great, but if you have any awesome questions, please send it to download@WNCT.com. Happy holiday season. Angie Casada, East Daily Download.
WNCT 9 on your side wants you to unwrap the app this holiday season. We have an app for the latest news. We have an app for first alert weather. Both of them are free, so they make the perfect gift. Happy holidays from all of us at 9 on your side.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. Coming to you from atop this pile of rocks, or this mountain of rocks, if you will, because it is International Mountain Day. And frankly, it's the closest thing I had around here to use as a mountain. So it's a prop, and it's the best I could do in this circumstance. So I don't know if the payoff was worth it, but you know what, we tried. That has to count for something. We will see you back here tomorrow, where we will take the show back inside the studio where it's warm and decorated for Christmas and all those great things. So have yourself a great day. Happy holidays. Don't forget to the WNCT mobile app. And I'm going to now attempt to jump off this big pile of rocks and hopefully not break anything. Bye-bye. Thursday, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, we've got a new real estate roundup coming your way. Our friends at Entertainment Tonight take us behind the scenes of the new hit movie Frozen 2. We visit the Dance Theater of Jacksonville as they prepare for their performance of The Nutcracker. And we'll meet this week's child looking for a loving home. So join us on Thursday for an all-new The East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina's CW.